Hey guys, it's Latana. Um, got a video request from Will Donahue, and Will is working in Separation Studio, and so he's trying to do some color Seps in Sep Studio. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Um, Go ahead and open up Separation Studio. Separation Studio is a program that will color separate your roster images. So this is the program. The first thing that you want to do if you have Separation Studio is you do want to go in, for the people in the group who downloaded it a while ago, you want to go in and you want to update your Separation Studio. Once you open up the program, it opens up like this, and you've got a little open button here. Now, Separation Studio likes for you to open it using TIFF images or images with transparent backgrounds. And you guys, let me know. Let me know if you can hear me and all that good stuff. Um, so it opens up with. It likes for you to open it up as with a tip as a TIFF. Without, with a transparent background, you can use a PNG also. We're going to just go in. I'm going to open up the program. When you click open, after you've opened it, and you go in, I got a lot of marijuana on my desktop, y'all, because it's like 420 and people are wanting 420 shirts. So playing around with that stuff. So let's go in here. This is the image that he wants to color separate. So I'm just going to click the image. It's a JPEG. I'm sorry, it's a PNG. I'll open it up. Right off when I open it up, I can tell that the color of the purple changed. I'm not too concerned about that with this logo. But if I was, I could click here on auto adjust and make some adjustments. I can go here, look at the document properties. From clicking on the proof positive, you can look at the document properties. You could go in and you could change that to a darker purple. Now, we don't want to print this purple. This is one of the pitfalls of Separation Studio, is because it wants you to bring it in as a transparent, with a transparent background. And this image actually has purple behind it. So we've got to remove the purple. I would normally probably remove that purple in. I don't know why that's doing that. I would normally probably go in and remove the purple in Corel or Illustrator before I brought it in. But if you don't have that capabilities, we're going to show you how to do it in Separation Studio. So I'm just going to cancel this. When you open up your artwork in Sep Studio, it automatically separates it. So what we have here is we have a white underbase, red, a blue channel, gold, purple. Any channel that's empty or blank, right off the bat, you just right click it and delete it. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to delete all of those, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do about this purple square. So I'm just going to delete all of that. Now, the reason it's showing the purple Seps here is because, there's that purple background, so we got to get rid of it. We don't need a blue Sep channel, so we're going to delete that blue Sep channel, and we don't even need that purple Sep channel. Now, we're going to go in, and I'm just going to delete this purple Sep. That'll leave me with these two Seps, but the problem is that I still have this kind of gray looking background right here. And I have it on this white underbase. I need to take that white underbase off. Well, we'll leave the white underbase on for this. The only channel that I really got that sepped correctly is the red. I'm going to right click my red and I'm going to do an adjustment. And I'm just going to bring this saturation up because I want this to be a spot color. And you see how black that's going to get? It's going to get darker. So I'm going to bring that up. I'm going to come over here to this underbase channel. And you do have an option of viewing this as the ink on the page or viewing it as your film. We're going to view it as film. But I want to show you if you viewed it as ink, what it would look like. It would print all of this around here. Okay. So let's go back here and view it as film. When we view it as film, we're going to adjust this and we're going to lower the saturation. You see that? When you lower the saturation, it's going to remove that and give me that nice white background that I need to where I can use this as my white. And I can keep removing. Now, notice here down here at the bottom where San Saba, Texas is. Hopefully I said that right. If you bring that in too far, it starts to kind of make that pixelated and kind of fade it out. So I'm going to bring that back in because this is already graying out. Let's say if I wanted it there, but I've got that line, say, I'm trying to put the line back. I can always come over here when I have imperfections and grab this eraser tool and just come in and gently erase this line. I can change the diameter here up here at the top and make that smaller so I can go in and hit those fine points. I hit that a little bit too much, so I'm going to go back. It's very easy to do your color separations in the program. You can also come over here and you can use this tool as saturation, and you can go into different places. If I had, let's say if this was green or something, I could go in and what I'll do is, let's try, can't really do it on this because it's already done. Maybe I'll show you that on another one. So basically, this is color separated. Now you've got red and you've got the white. If you wanted to do the underbase, let's see if we can get the underbase to do. We're going to reach down here and I'm going to right click it and adjust the separations. And I may be able to get this one too. Not sure. Looks like it'll be okay. Come back in with the high separation. The high separation is bringing in the color. The lower separation is bringing in the background. I'm sorry, saturation. So you can kind of play with that and get that to how you want it. And then you've got this ready to go. We can go here over here to press fit if we wanted to. We've got red and our white. Can put the highlight white there, and we can put the red there, and we can just kind of see how this image is going to print. You could go over here, just kind of see how the image is going to print. That's how the image is going to print, and you're ready to go. Then you could just go into print and actually print this image. When you go into print in the program, then you've got if you've got a printer set up to do RIP, then it'll be listed right here. If not, then you're going to have to take it out of here and either back into Corel or into Illustrator or something like that. I'm not sure if you can take this into Photoshop. I believe you can. And then RIP it. For this image, this is a spot color image, so we don't need that. What we're going to do, we're going to go up here at the top. You've got right here at the top in your print command, you've got solid and then you've got your halftones. So if we were going to rip this in halftones, I'll put an image in here in a minute just to show you guys how to go in and do a halftone image. We've got our dots and our frequency set there. We don't need any of that. So we're just going to turn that off. There are times that I do an underbase and I have my underbase as I might want to have the underbass channel as half tones, and then everything else is something else. And I'll kind of go in and kind of, that's just turning everything on and off. I'll go in on another one and kind of show you all of that. I'm going to turn all the channels on. Another thing that this program has is you have this nice nesting feature where it will put, you can put multiple images on a screen. You can also go in and auto size it. In here, when we're in Corel, we size our artwork, when we're designing it. But in here, in this program, we actually do the sizing when we go to print. So that's why you have two to the sheet here. I'm going to go in, let's say if we made this about 11 inches. There we go. And then we go in. Now, this is new in this recent update. I was really, really bitching about this with the developers about the. I was kind of disappointed about having the registration marks side by, one side and another side, because I do top and bottom. It's really hard when you do top and bottom to do something else. So in this new version, they've went in and they fixed that, and you've got all of these different registration marks that you can choose from, and you can also choose your position of the registration marks. Like this will bring it top and bottom, which is what I like. So you've also got the 3 points at the top and the 1 point there. You got the 4 corners, so you can actually go in now and decide what type of registration mark you like and fix that. And I believe you can change the width. Yeah, right here. You can change the width of, or the height, the width and height of that registration mark. And so that's what I did there. Can also go here and put them on the side like that. It's pretty much up to you. You can change the size of the registration mark, make it bigger. So that's new that's a new in the update. And then you also have this nesting feature, which you turn on and off. And the nesting feature, as I told you before, is the one where you can have multiple films on a sheet. So we go through here, we can look at our films. We're ready, pretty much basically we're ready to go. Let me see if there's anything that I may have missed on that. So that's basically it. You would just go in and print from this point. If you do not have a RIP software, your RIP won't be here. Kind of messed up that even though you don't need to print, this is a spot color image, and that you don't need to print it with the RIP printer, with the printer that's set up for it, that they won't have it here. It seems like it should be there, but it's not. So you'll have to go out and print it out of Corel or another program. I'm going to show you how to do that now. So I've got this image, and let's say I need to go ahead and I want to print it. I can go here and you can export or you can save as. There, and I'm going to show you a difference. First I'm going to export the image, and I'm going to export it as export 1 to my desktop and show you how that opens in Corel. If you export, it's going to export as a EPS, and that's going to be your only option to export. It's going to be EPS. If you save as, it's going to allow you to save it as a .psd file. And in just a second, I'm going to show you the difference. So we just saved it. Go here and hit File. And now I'm going to go to Save As. And I'm going to save this as Save As. Let's try to save as 1, and you have an option here, which is a Photoshop file. So I'm going to hit save, show you guys the difference. Close that down and open them both up in Corel. I've got some stuff I've already been working on open it here. Let me see here. Oh, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be over here. Okay, so here's the export one file. I'm going to open it up as curves. And so that opens up, and you'll notice it opens up as black and white. Now, but you don't see the other files, right? So the other files are below it. You have to move them. So with this, you would have to go in and put each one of these steps on a sheet and then manually, add in your registration marks. You could easily do that by just going, let's see here, let me go back to the first page. I don't think I need to do that because I'm pretty sure that you guys know how to do that. Just set up a page and add them all to separate pages and then hit your alignment and align it to the center. That's using the export feature. Now I'm going to show you the save as, which opens up as the PDF. So when you open it up as a PDF, I'm sorry, not a PDF, a PSD. When you open it up as a PSD, this is what you get. I'm going to move it over to the side so you guys can see it better. You get one file. This file you can adjust if you want to go in here and change the size. You can easily change the size. I'm going to change it to 11 or 12 inches just now. This is on one sheet. You could easily just go in here, add your registration marks, and go to print. When you go to print, because Separation Studio saves the file as a, let me see here. Because Separation Studio saves the file as Pantone separations, you'll see the Seps over here. So what you need to do is you go in and you turn off your CMYK Seps and just get down to where you see your 3 Seps here, and it'll have the names that Separation Studio put in there for you. So now you've got those Seps. And like I said, you can, add your own registration marks, or you can use the registration marks that are in Separation Studio. I see there's a couple of you guys on here. I'm going to take a second, look at here. Hey, Uproar, how you doing? Malay 3000, hey, how you doing tonight? So that's pretty much that. Now I'm going to go in now. So what you need to do when you watch this video, at this point you would go ahead and print your Seps. If you don't know how to do the registrations marks in Corel, just go ahead and use the ones that come with the program. They're small, but you can use those, and then you'll be able to go in and print your Seps that way. Now what I'm going to do is, because I'm pretty sure that some of you guys want to see something really cool with Separation Studio, go back in and open up the program and go in and open up another file. Let's see, I got this weed on the desktop. Let me show you another one. I'm going to open up this file, which has a black background. And because Separation Studio imagines that you are going to just use it with a black background, it seps it perfectly. So if you bring your image in with a black background, it assumes that you're going to print that image on a black shirt. And that's how it automatically opens up. So it's using the areas of the shirt as the black. So you've got your underbase here. You've got that red there, that blue. Now, of course, this image is pixelated, so you would want to, in your design software, you would want to go in, and resample it, bring it up to about 300 DPI before you went in and did this. You'll still get a pretty good output with this, but those are your Seps. I wouldn't even print that gray. That gray, I'd take that gray, and you can merge colors. Take that gray and just push it into this color here, and you don't even need that. If you want to see what the print looks like without an underbase, just turn it off. It didn't really change. Take the top white off, turn the, oh, sorry guys. Take the top white off, turn that. That's the underbase, and that's the red, and that's the top white. Some people, if you're on automatic, then it would make sense to do two whites. But if you're on a manual, you just could double print that and be done with it with one screen. I wouldn't do, two screens for it. I could also go in here if I wanted to. Let's say if I might wanted to change this red, I can go in here on this channel, adjust these Seps, or I can adjust these Seps to make this a little darker, this print, so that it gives me a nice black film. Now notice, because the print is pixelated, you're going to have all of this crap right here around there. So at that point, that would be a good point that you would go in here and start erasing some of that stuff with your eraser tool. This isn't just the best image to show you guys how to do this on. Let's see here. I'm going to open up. Now I'm going to open up an actual photograph, which is what Separation Studio is made to separate, so that you can separate your, just about any kind of image that you want to. See what we can find in here to separate. I wish somebody had sent me something in. You know what? Let's do the birds. Let's do the birds. Because the birds are colorful and they always look good. Whoop. I erased something, so let me go back out and hit that. Let me get this off of here. Notice when I brought those birds in, the color kind of changed on it. Do an auto adjust on the birds, and the birds are pixelated, but here you go. You got your underbase, you got your reds, you got your blues, you got all of your colors. So this is automatically separated, and then I can go in here. I can say, okay, what would this look like if I didn't print the blue? I can go in and say, okay, what would this look like if I didn't print the purple? Or I could go in and I could change this blue and adjust this saturation on this blue. Don't want it to be that blue. I can also go in and under document properties, I should be able to change this color of blue to, say if I want to do it with that blue, that would change the color of blue altogether. So there are a bunch of different things that you can do. You can also go in here, you can go to press fit, and we can start putting these colors on here, seeing how this is going to blend. Now notice, we have about what, 8, 9 colors, but I've only got a 6 color press here. So if I've only got a 6 color press, this is when press fit will really come in handy, because it'll help you to go in and blend those colors. I'm just going to start putting colors on here, and then I'm going to go in. Let's see if I put that there. That's not going to work there for me. Come back out with it. You can just kind of go in and see what these colors are going to look like with, if you've got a 6 color press and you got to kind of blend these colors in and to make it work for you. That's the blue. On here, I'd have a problem not using that red. I might could say, okay, I might could get away with that. So it kind of gives you a look of what this is what this would print like with just 6 colors. You could just play with that and reduce colors and stuff like that until you get, you know, the output that you want. And then when you went in, you could say, okay, apply it. And now you're down to those colors. And then when we go in here and let's go to print, now this image is real pixelated, so I wouldn't print this from here. But you go into print, you've got your everything here set up as your halftones, and you can go here and go apply to all. Remember when I was telling you that you can, certain things you can set as solid and certain things you can set as halftone under base. Let's say if we had, in this design I do everything as halftones, but let's say if I want to do a solid under base, I could do a solid under base here and then do everything else in halftones. I can go in and I can adjust the halftones. Separation Studio automatically sets everything at a 22 on the angle and a 45 frequency, and you can pretty much leave that like that. It's up to you. Sometimes people may want to change it. Some people like to use ellipse or diamond. I've never used diamond, and I've never used line. I normally just stick with the dots. But that's, you know, that's pretty much up to you. But let's see here. Also, if you were going to go in here and do this as, you know, as a solid underbase, there's another feature in here that you could use, which is a live underbase. Oh, I didn't show you guys this. There is one thing. Say, for example, that you did want to print black in your image. You could go up here and hit generate black, and you've got 3 different blacks that you can generate. So you can generate you know, a skeletal black or a detailed black. I'm just going to generate a detailed black. And if I did want to generate a black, it would give me this little thing to open up. And then I'd go in and I'd find that image wherever that same exact image is and click it. And once you click it, there it is up there. I should have set that one for you guys. Let's see, where is it at? Here it is. So just take this image and pull this image in, and then it generated that black channel. So that's, you know, another way. Let me read a couple of your comments and answer a couple of your questions. Scott, Separation Studio is, let's see, you can go to Freehand Graphics to their website and look it up, but I believe it's $4.95. However, there is a monthly subscription now, and I can't really remember. I don't remember how much the subscription is to it. You'll have to go in and kind of look that up on their website. Okay, you also said, I've heard a lot today of doing 2 white screens on the auto. I don't think my boss would ever let us do that. Let me tell you why doing 2 white screens on the auto, where that would come in handy. I don't like doing more screens than I have to. So I'm not too much of a fan. But where that comes in handy at is if you're doing, let's say I'm doing a design and I need to do my underbase. Instead of me coming around and doing a double rotation, which I have an older machine. So if I had to do, you know, a print flash print, and my flash is in head 2 and my white is in head 1, I would have to come back around and do a whole rotation, which would slow down my production. So instead of me doing a double rotation, I'll just go ahead and put that second white in another screen. But me, honestly, I do a print, and then I flash, and then I go ahead and I take it all around and I hit every color wet on wet, regardless of what I'm doing. You know, if the press has a tight registration, you know, you can just go in and just do it. And I do that with spot colors, with process colors, whatever I'm printing. You know, it's just pretty much different strokes for different folks. If I wanted But you honestly, you do get a better white when you do a print flash print and put it in, do a second screen. But you save, you'll save time by doing the rotation. That's all that's about. And the time that you save is worth, doing another screen. Let's see here if I can pull up um, something else in here. Let me see. Go to the internet. I should have had somebody send me something um, to separate. Let me see here. Oh, that's a good one. Let's see here. Here we go. Got another image here. Pull up this one. I use Corel more than I use this program. I don't use it that much. Used it a couple of times since I've gotten it. It's really good when you want to do quick, fast steps, but when you're used to just doing them manually, I still find myself doing them. So here's another image. This one, again, it has that white outline around it. And so to separate this image, I would need to go in and do, if I don't want that, all of that white behind there, I can go in here and I can change the textile color to white. Say I'm going to print that in white. Now that changed, so now I have to go in and I would have to generate that black and put the black back into the image, and that's what I would have. So now I would turn off that underbase and probably turn off that top white. I've got that gray. This is the red that's in the image. And then you can just turn around from this point. You can turn around and you can start playing with the stuff that's in here. You can increase the saturation, decrease the saturation, all of that type of stuff. I'm gonna go in here and start deleting stuff. I may go to this red channel, and let's say if I wanted this red to be a little bit more saturated, might want him to look a little bloody, I can bring that in. I can also go up here, I can auto adjust this and see if I like that. I can say, no, I don't like that. I can undo that. I can go here to the black. If I want this to be darker, add a little bit more into that. Now we're getting somewhere. So I go there. Okay, and then let's say if I wanted to do some custom stuff, I can come in here and this, you see right now what I'm doing is I'm darkening this, and this is set to low saturation here. So I'm going to go in and set that to a high saturation, and then up in here bring in some black. I might want to make that darker. So that's just like some things that you can do in there, and you can adjust that to what you want it to be. Right now we've taken out this underbase on here. This job would print as a one color job. Now let me tell you this, if I wanted to print this as a black, on a black shirt, even though I've got this white background, I could still actually go in and kind of figure this out, how to do this. So here this is, and let's see here. Me, I would probably bring this into this program with taking this out, this black out of the background, and I bring it in as a PNG like I'm supposed to bring it in. I wouldn't play around with this. I'm going to show you guys something. You notice that when I hover my mouse over certain areas, it's showing me the saturation here in the ink in the bottom. If you look at the bottom, you'll see It'll show me how much blue is in that image, how much yellow is in the image, and all of that. But once you get your image how you want it, you know, again, you can go over here and you can go to press fit, and then you can just start putting in your colors and seeing how you want it. This blue that's in here, you can always go in here and say, let me see if I turn that blue off. See, that blue just gave it just a tint. Um, I've got this gray, and I'm going to go up here to the top, and I'm going to hit merge gray. That merged that gray, and then where this purple is, this will let you merge colors. Merge that purple also. So I'm just cutting down on colors. Now we've got that blue. Don't have anything to merge there, but I could do a generate brown. I could enhance that red orange if I wanted to. On this blue, I'm going to take it and I'm going to bring this blue into this black because I don't need it. And I'll turn off the yellow. I don't really see any difference in that gold, so I'm going to delete that gold. So far we got this down to a 2-color print. Basically is what it is. The only 2 colors we have here are those 2 colors. Quick, easy way to separate something. Go in and do it. You see how you can easily separate an image really fast using the program. I'll do some more videos for you guys. You've got standard inks here, and you know, you just choose your page size and whatever type of ink you use. You want to use more ink, less ink. You can do a droplet weight test on there to get your droplets together. And then, you know, like I said before, change that print size, and then you've got all of this here set up for, you know, how you want to print your black and all of that. If you want to increase the frequency on that, you could just take that up to a 55. Wouldn't be a problem. You can move your screens up, your print, things like that, and then you just go in and print it and rip it, and that's about it. I'm kind of pretty tired today. Had a very, very busy week. If you guys don't have any questions out there, I'm going to get off of here. Guys, I'll hold on for just a second, see if anybody has any questions about the program. It's a pretty good program. They've done, you know, like I said, my biggest complaint was the registration marks, and they brought this registration marks in. Um, this will separate, you know, the majority of your jobs in, you know, I'd say 5 minutes or less. If you want to do it, you can also go in and bring in some vector image by opening up a PDF. You can do a CMYK print out of this program too, and maybe I'll do another video on that. I do a lot of CMYK printing, so maybe we go in and do another video on the CMYK print. But guys, I'm pretty tired, and I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, subscribe. If you have any questions, or if you have a video suggestion, leave it in the comments and I'll try to get to it and let you guys know, you know, anything. Hey, Terrence, did you have any questions about Separation Studio? I was just about to get off of here. I've kind of gone through it, but you can always go back and kind of look at it. I don't know if you have the program or not. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go in and let me kind of go down here and show you guys, because somebody did ask about Separation Studio. Let me see what their website is. I shouldn't be out here promoting other other software, but you know, hey, if it's good, it's good, it works. So why not? I'm not a hater. So here is Separation Studio right here, and I see I've got a free 14-day trial on it. Here it is here, and they also have a lot of videos on there. Will said that the videos weren't too good, but I thought that they were okay. Um, so here's all of the different information that you need. One thing that you guys do need to know, and I want you guys to listen to this really well, is that Separation Studio will rip your films, but you have to have a supported printer. If the printer that you have is not supported, then um, it won't rip your films. I'm going to type in printers here so that you know what type of printer that you have to have. I think I found a list in here somewhere on well, that didn't come up. Um, there was a list that they have in here somewhere on their website about the printers, but it's the 1400, the 1430, the 1460. I know I'm using I've got about 4 printers hooked up to mine. I'm using the Canon 100, the Canon Pro 100 right now. I've got that one. It prints great. Cheaper than it's cheaper, a lot cheaper than the Epson 13 by 1900 printers. And so I'm really happy with it. I just got it a week or two ago. So I really do like it. But let's see here. I don't see the information on the printers, but anyways, just go to their website. Looks like they've changed some stuff up since I was last on there, and I don't really know. But if anybody has any questions, Terrence, if you've got something you want me to show you right quick, I'll go through and show you, just showing them how when you open up Separation Studio, it'll pretty much color separate for you. It's just a couple of things that you got to know about how to go in and tweak it. And pretty much everything is in the video. Um, like I said, if you guys have any questions, just hit me up, leave me a message in the comments, or go to that little community tab that they have on here now, and I'll go in and read it and do a video for you. Anyways, I'm about to lay it down. Tired, had a rough day. Thanks guys for watching, and good night.